I have an interesting habit. On the days I crave human interaction the most, I sequester myself in solitude. As I'm afraid that this wish were palpable and obvious, and I'm terrified to be perceived as having the same needs we all have. I often see the same trait in others, and it saddens and amuses me that although we all wear the same shell of bones and skin, we refuse to allow each other to help us maintain it. To admit that life is a little confusing sometimes, and hey buddy, I see the clench in your jaw when you say all is fantastic. I have been feeling that same clench in my heart when I wake up alone too many nights. It's all right to not be strong every moment, but the words crumple fetal position on the tongue. And soon the neighbor kids you grew up next to are adults. In foreign news, the US is bombing another Middle Eastern country, this time Libya. The Canadian Prime Minister extends all military missions in Afghanistan. Israeli and Palestinian teens keep learning how to kill each other. From first written draft of this poem to last, a Canadian journalist is taken prisoner in Syria, terrorized and released. Bones grow, morph, shrivel. But headlines are static. Human kills human. Neighbor kills neighbor far easier than the act of embracing them. We are waddling tentatively, awkwardly grasping for the sanity and beauty that all but engulfs us. So used to our self-imposed darkness, we lack the ability to see sunlight. Blind penguins in suburbia.
Let's hear from Modern Day Penguin, everybody! Modern Day Penguin!
Fiction and resurrection, Christianity grew into the religious equivalent of Microsoft, with JC its president and CEO. Indeed, an argument could be made that this was actually God's first great business deal. And it undoubtedly had some bearing on the adage, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Or in some cases, even what does kill you makes you stronger. At least if you are the Son of God. With this example in mind, I wish to give thanks to various people who have caused pain in my life. To Scott, the super midget from hell. In grade 4, you whispered sweet death threats in my ears before carving up my arms with your Freddy Krueger nails, fully developed Wolverine claws. You were the first bully outside of my home to resort to violence as well as just words. I hope breaking my bullying hymen was good for you, Scott. Quite the bullmance we had. Thank you for the cruelty of insecure childhood. To the shy, tormented redhead in my college poetry writing class. Perhaps it was a yearning in your poetry, my natural weakness for gingers, or those impossibly sad eyes. Too often those same eyes have brought up the savior complex in me, but I fell madly into a state of almost love and infatuation with you. You were always kind to me, but your heart belonged to a straggly-haired musician with a sweet tone and a hard right hook. Thank you for renewing hope in me, even as you broke my heart. To my father, who taught me how not to be a man, you are the one who first shaped my ideas on love with hard fists, those same fists which have reached like Stretch Armstrong through years in OCD relationships, who taught me to think the more people love you, the more they will harm you. Still, Father, I thank you. If I didn't have your lessons in hatred to compare with those that have shown me love, I would have no idea what real love is. I now choose to believe you are a 77-year-old man, passing on lessons you learned from your own father. That at your core, you are just trying to love the only way you ever learn how. Without my own scars and stories, I could never see you this way. And I'm grateful.